Are you looking to enhance your shooting with a little bit modern age technology? Well, we might have something good for you. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Outdoor Gear. My name's Aaron Bottoms, and today we're going to look at a device that may help your shooting. It's a little bit of that new age technology that we're kind of striving for nowadays. And what I'm talking about is the Omega 3 sight. Now, I think this is more so for a crossbow, but you can use it for a compound bow, you can use it on your shotgun, whatever it may be, whatever has that Picatinny rail, you can use it. Quite simply, it's got a rangefinder, you can record, and it's got a lot of different features that help you shoot better. And you can see on the package here, the deer is in the picture there, which we're not going to be shooting any live animals today, but there's a lot of features that we want to talk about and see how easy this device is to use. So let's get into it. Right off the bat, we got our Omega 3. It's fairly bulky for what I would like on top of a rifle or a crossbow of anything like that, but we'll see how it yields and how it feels on top of the crossbow we're going to be using today. It comes with that, comes with your instructions. It's got a whole bunch of different features. We're going to go over some, but there's a lot of stuff. If you do end up getting this, read the instructions because I may miss a thing or two, but pretty straightforward and simple. It comes with that. It comes with a little remote control, which we'll get into, along with, you know, your standard Allen key, some Velcro, and a cloth, and it comes with a charging cord in here as well. So, right off the bat, this is not your cheaper device. If you are wanting to get this, it is going to cost a little bit more than some of our other reviews we do. This runs for about $600, so not the cheapest item, but we'll see what it does. It's got a lot of technology. Quite simply, you got an on button here, right in the center. Get that bad boy powered up. As you can see, Omega, and it lights up. Now, again, I told you this is a rangefinder. It also records. So on this button here, kind of a blank button, you hit that record, and we should be switching over. You can kind of see we're looking out of my shed door now, and it tells you your range. So that tree right there is about 21 yards. So not too bad, not a far distance, but kind of cool. You can see my face. Hello. Hopefully that wasn't too ugly for you. But you also got an M button here, which takes you over to pictures and things like that you've recorded. And you can hit play with the arrows here and here. And then you can move between shots and things like that with the top two. That's not all they do. When they're actually in the correct mode, these two areas here are for lights, the dimness, so you can adjust how bright it is depending on what kind of setting you're hunting in. And then it actually has a 6x zoom, which I think is pretty cool. And let me pop that back into record and put it out the door here, and you can see, boop, get nice and zoomed in on that tree and see what it's about. Now there's also a way, there we go. So you can switch from meters to yards. I think I had it in meters before. So meters, 21 meters. Yeah, there we go. I think that's in yards, now 23 yards. Either way, not that far, and we'll see how it does. Another cool feature is this little guy here. Plugs in, and then you can mount this wherever, to your firearm, to your crossbow, whatever it may be. The R is off and on, so you can see, power's off, and the V is record. Why is it that? I do not know, but it seems to be the case. You've also got your elevation, so we're going to sight it in here in a bit. You got a little winder down here that adjusts elevation up and down. I think right is up, left is down, and then you've got left and right adjustment there. So let's get this mounted. Like I said, this bad boy goes on a Picatinny rail. So I've just got a old crossbow. I'm not a crossbow hunter, so I own a crossbow. My buddy lent me one, and it just slides on top of here like so. And then we'll take our Allen key and tighten it down, and then we'll go outside and see what it's really about. So let me give you a minute here. Now, depending on what you're putting this on, you're going to want to get it at a nice distance so that when you're looking through it, you can see, you know, it's a comfortable distance between. So yeah, let's take her outside, see what you can do. All right, we're out here now and got ourselves a couple bolts. Got a camera set down there. Sandy's going to do a little bit of splicing between the two cameras and the actual camera on the unit. All right, so got our bolt in there. Well, we're getting our bolt in there. I'm already not the biggest fan of crossbows. I'm more of a compound guy, but we'll see how this does. Safety. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button here on the actual unit so you can see what I'm looking at here. There. Click my safety off. Try to hold as steady as possible. All right. So hopefully you saw that on the camera down there. It's a little to the left. So what I'm going to do is take my screwdriver out of my pocket here, and you've got two notches here, right and left. I'm going to turn mine to the right because I want it to go to the right. I did a few turns there and we'll see what that does. I'll get my arrows. Alright, we've adjusted it and it seems to want to cut off every time I shoot. And I don't know if that is standard or maybe let me tighten this bad boy on top here down. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. The battery compartment might be a little loose. Alright, we'll tighten that bad boy down. I want to put this back down to 2. Again, record, and we'll see what we got. That's better. Hopefully you saw that. So we're going to do a little more to the right. And we'll work our way over. Up and down seems to be fine, but left and right is a little off. Now that I tightened that battery compartment down, it seems to be just fine. If you are going to use it with a crossbow, keep your thumbs down, your fingers down. This one has a little place for me to grab, but you got to keep your fingers down, keep safety first there. So turn this back on, safety off. Still a little to the left. Could be me, could be the device, so we'll do it again. All right, load it up again. All right, so that hit a little to the right and below, which is a good thing. Maybe I went a little too far. I thought I did, so I'm gonna go back to the left a little bit. But as you can see, this is adjusting very easily and actually fairly simple to use. I don't hate it as much as I thought it would. Being on top there, once you get on it, it's kind of comfortable. You're looking at your target, you can see the background of the target, and on the reticles, aim down here. The top one is what we're going to sight in for 20 yards, is what the instructions say. I'm at 18, no big deal. Then the next one is when we're going to start adjusting things. I'm going to take one more shot here, and then we are going to step back to 30 yards. I could sit here all day and play with it, but I think it's more so me as a shooter not being so steady because I'm shooting freehand. But we'll see at 30 yards how it adjusts. One other thing I want to notate is your little wheel right here is for your up and down. Right now we're not having a problem with our up and down. We're right in line there. But if we did, we would adjust this knob accordingly. Right up, left, down. Load it up. And again, I put my buttons on this side here. So V is record. We're recording. And see what we got. All right, a little low, but it's pretty much centered. I could probably dial it a little bit more, but I think that's going to be good to demonstrate what we're talking about here. Again, I could play with this thing all day and get it dialed in, but I think we're all right. So I'm going to step back about 10 yards because I usually do about a 20, 30, 40 pin, but I'm not going to shoot 40 right now. We're going to do 30 yards and see how we can adjust the dots on here accordingly. All right, well, I think we're just shy of 30 yards, but no big deal. Again, this demonstration purposes only. Load it up, safety's off, and let me record here. All right, so we used to do the first pin, now we're gonna do the second, and we're gonna see where it hits. Ideally it hits somewhere relatively close, but we'll see. So you run into a problem where you miss and potentially out of bolts. Let's see what happened here. All right, so unfortunately, our tests on the Omega 3 have come to an end because I have lost my bolt. I'm sure it was human error there, but I went from the 20 yard to the 30 yard and my backstop is not the best, and I acknowledge that. So I have lost my bolt. It is what it is, but as you saw sighting in the 20-yard mark wasn't that bad, and I don't dislike this as much as I thought I would. When I have it up, you know, it's actually kind of comfortable to look. It's kind of weird because I'm used to, you know, really focusing on what I'm shooting at or whatever, but as I'm looking at this, it's really not too shabby. But I did notice when you do record, you lose the dots, so you don't really see, you just see the whole picture, which in a way is nice, because if it's a deer standing there, you see the whole deer, and you can slow down and see the arrow or the bolt of that nature. You're not really looking at a bunch of dots. But overall, I like it. I would use it on a crossbow. I'd be kind of scared. It'd take me a while to get used to what I'm looking at, because I'm looked at a fixed picture sight and I have to judge my own ranges, which this is got a rangefinder on it, which is awesome. It's great, and it seems to actually be accurate. So I think if you are looking for a new sight and you're willing to upgrade your technology on that aspect, the Omega 3 would be a good option. I'm not real big on technology, but this seems pretty cool. It's definitely a way to get your younger shooters and your older shooters out there hunting and shooting and all of that stuff without having to focus too much on a fixed pin and getting too frustrated. I would definitely say take the time to sight this in and do it from a shooting position. I was doing it from a standing position and it worked for the 20-yard, but again, I lost my bolt for the 30-yard and beyond. So keep that in mind. Pretty much overall a good product. It's got cool features. You can record. I always love that. And if you got the money to spend, check it out. But we've got some more stuff coming out involving sights and things like that, and we are getting into the warmer months, so we're going to start trying to shift to the warmer products. So whatever you would like to see on the channel, please comment, like, subscribe, and let us know what you want to have be featured, and we'll do our best to get it in for you. We appreciate you watching, and we hope you like what you're seeing. Keep up with our content by liking and subscribing and all that fun stuff, and we hope to see you again. Have a great summer, and carry on.